Enlightened World Network. So pleased today to have Jane Mountrose with us, but I want to take just a quick minute and share with you some of the things that are happening at Enlightened World and Enlightened World Network. So the other day with Jane's husband, Phil Mountrose, we launched a new program called Sweet Dreams Restream. And that is at bedtime, for one of us, bedtime, we replay the meditation of the day. And it's to give you all the opportunity to just relax and fill your mind with something positive and connect in with your higher power, your divinity, before you fall asleep. So Sweet Dreams Restream here on Facebook every night. And the other thing we're excited to tell you about is that we are partnering with a new network called Speak Up and Empower. Speak Up and Empower comes to us out of Canada. And it's going to be providing really more of a global platform for the work we're doing here at Enlightened World Network. We're going to have 3 different shows up. Every day we will have our meditation a day. We'll be syndicating on there. We'll also have Real Talk Angels, which is going to take place on Mondays. We'll be bringing programming about angels. And then on Thursdays, we have Real Talk spiritual development, I think is what it's called. So stay with us. You'll be seeing a lot of Terry Angel, Deb Goldberg, and myself as we promote these new shows on Speak Up and Empower and Enlightened World Network. So thanks for following us. Thanks for believing in us and walking with us as we grow. We really appreciate it. So today we are ready for Jane to take us on a meditation. So Jane, the floor is yours, and thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you. I'm so delighted. It's just exactly the right thing. I think the connection that we're making. And so what I'm going to do today is a special process that takes you to your most resourceful place for accessing spiritual wisdom and guidance, which is, from my perspective, in the heart. I'm a holistic coach and trainer, minister, and I've been exploring these things for about 3 decades now. And this is one of the most valuable processes I learned from myself. And many others say the same thing, many of the people we teach. So I'm really delighted to have this opportunity. And I did want to talk just before I start the process, which is called soul centering. I wanted to just go into a little bit of my understanding of the value of the heart. And from a holistic perspective, the heart resides at the center of our being, right, in the chest. And it also is, if you look at it in relation to the energy system and the chakras, it is, you could say the heart center is your spiritual bridge. So that is the bridge between our current reality and a reality that takes us to a higher place, another dimension. And I think it's a wonderful, wonderful, just little thing. Some of you may have seen this before, some may not. If you just for a moment focus on yourself and point to yourself, just point to yourself and notice where you point. 99%, so a very high percentage of people point to their hearts. And it's interesting because we associate ourselves a lot with our heads, right? The head is often in control, the rational mind. But we know, something in us knows that the depth of the center of our being is in the heart. So I also wanted to just mention a few things on heart research from Heart Math Institute, which probably many people are familiar with that too. They've done scientific studies on the power of the heart, and they share information. Like, one really interesting point is developing a relationship with heart feelings like love and appreciation shifts heart rhythms, reduces stress hormones, and relaxes the body's inner systems. It reduces wear and tear on the organs also. It has protective and regenerative effects that counter the effects of aging. And Heart Math Institute has seen a reduction in rapid heart rate, sleeplessness, fatigue, tension, indigestion, and body aches, even blood pressure, hormone balance, anxiety, and depression. And they say ultimately, the head knows and the heart understands. When I first was exposed to this process, I was looking for my own source of guidance and wisdom. So many of us people follow people who claim to have it, and then it's like, oh, you're supposed to do whatever they say. Well, it's actually the truth lies within. And so that's what this is all about. And for the process today, you might just want to connect with that heart energy, which is heart and soul. The soulfulness is the goal as your most powerful resource, and you can allow the process to just unfold in any way that feels right to you. You could also approach it with something like a question, a challenge, um, a desire to feel good about yourself, which is also that's a goal that we find the truth of who we are in the heart, or a sense of purpose. So you can use it actually in many different ways. So from here, I guess if we're ready, Ruth, I'm
We are,
ready to start. Okay,
we are
wonderful.
ready.
So I think before you actually start, it might be valuable to just notice how you feel now, like how your body feels physically, how much energy you feel you have, how you feel emotionally, maybe in terms of stress and any other disturbances that you might notice. And then you can gently close your eyes, take a few nice slow breaths, inhaling deeply and gently, and exhaling gently as you let go and feel the tension starting to melt from your body. So as you breathe, you can imagine filling your lungs with pure, clear air with each inhale and allowing any tension that you have to release with each exhale. So with each breath, you feel more and more relaxed and your body becomes lighter. And as you continue to breathe, notice that inhaling fully allows you to fully embrace life. Taking a nice inhale and exhaling fully allows you to fully let go of anything you don't need right now. So you can just relax and feel more comfortable as you open to the experience. Now imagine sending some of this beautiful energy into your mind with each inhale, allowing the cells of your brain to relax so your mind can feel clearer with each breath. As you do this, you can ask any thoughts you don't need right now to drift away. Maybe I like to imagine them drifting off in little bubbles, letting them know that they can come back later to evaluate the process when you're done. For now, it's just time to clear your mind and relax. As you do this, notice that you can allow your body and your mind to relax and also stay alert so you can listen to my words and feel clear about your perceptions. And remembering that your intention is powerful. Next, you can ask any energy that's not your own to leave your space, which includes your body and the ball around of energy around you that is your energy field. So you can just lovingly ask these energies to go back where they came from, other people, other places, other times, and notice what you feel. What we're doing is creating a space for you that's just you. This is helpful because we tend to pick up bits of other people's energies as we go through life, much the way a tabletop picks up dust. And if you use the power of your intention to ask these energies to leave your space, you create more space to simply be yourself. In a similar way, we leave bits of our own energy in other places and other times. So, with the power of your intention, you can ask any energy that you've left in other places and times to come back to you now. As you do this, you may notice that you feel even more comfortable, more relaxed, and free to be yourself. And you may even feel kind of a vacuum of energy coming back to you. So now the goal is to feel just free to be ourselves in our body in this moment. And with that goal, this might be a good time to notice how you feel now compared with how you felt when we started. Focus on relaxing into the present moment and notice how this feels. Just simply being yourself, being more relaxed. And our next step, opening to the divine. Now, as you continue, focus on sending your breath into the area around your heart, where the loving energy of the soul connects with your body. Imagine that you're sending loving energy into this area. So with each breath, there is more and more love in your heart. And as you continue breathing, you can see and feel the energy intensifying. So it might seem like there's a luminous ball of light or an intensifying energy right around the area of your heart. As you focus on this area, you can allow this energy and light to become even brighter now as you breathe more love into your heart. And feel this loving energy radiating out all around you now. So you're completely surrounded by the light and the love. And you can feel this loving energy touching every cell of your body with its radiance. Sometimes I like to imagine there are little hearts in each cell. And as I do this, my body tingles. I can feel the tingling of all that love. And as the space around you fills with love, you may also want to allow this energy to expand out. So often we contract our energy. We feel like we have a limited space to be ourselves. And if you just allow yourself now, because you're in a safe place to do it, to expand out as much as you want, just allow that ball of light around you to expand out. It can go out to infinity because there is no separation between us and the universe or the infinite. It's all one. And just as a note, sometimes we have blocks in our hearts. And as you do this, if any discomfort comes up into your heart, you can simply allow it to come into your awareness and ask the breath to release it. You can make note of what you're feeling, maybe in a journal, or write it down just so that you can focus on it. Because understanding and releasing any pain you feel will help you to completely embrace the love you hold in your heart. And if you want to take this process a step further, you can shift your focus now to the area above your head and imagine another beautiful light above you that's radiating an even higher frequency of loving energy. It's coming from your source in the higher dimensions. As you imagine it there, allow this light to flow down through the top of your head and into your body so you can bathe yourself in this beautiful light all the way down your torso, down your arms to the tips of your fingers, and down your legs to the tips of your toes. And as it becomes brighter, you can allow it to overflow so you completely surround yourself with this higher frequency of loving light. And you can sense yourself being in perfect harmony and balance with all that is. Again, just allowing yourself to be spacious, allowing that energy to radiate out. Now, from this place of peace, you can ask for guidance about any challenge you may be experiencing. I used to think the soul was something that was out there somewhere, that it wasn't accessible. But it really is just being in a different place where you're connected with the truth of who you are. And love is connectedness. Love is the absence of separation from anyone, anything, or anything we want. So when you're in this space, you can receive different insights on anything that's happening in your life, really. And this was the thing that changed everything for me. If you started with something in mind, this might be a good time to ask if you have any further insights on that. Or if you just want to know the truth of who you are as a beautiful spiritual being with something uniquely special to offer to the world, you can ask if there are any insights on that from this perspective. It's interesting because these messages You never know what it might be. Sometimes I write them down so that I don't don't lose sight of them, and also that helps me to avoid having the rational mind come in and try to chatter about it. I just write automatic writing, you might say. But sometimes the messages might be surprisingly simple, so simple you might even discount them. But there is often simplicity in truth. So the value here is just opening yourself to whatever comes to mind. I can pause just for a moment for you to reflect and to reflect on how it feels to be in this space where everything is connected and you're recognized for who you really are. The value of who you are and also the resources that you have. The energy, the spiritual energy from the heart is also, from what I've seen as a healer, just about the most powerful energy you can access for healing, in addition to being a place to receive valuable insights about your life and yourself. And just allow yourself again to breathe and feel the simplicity of it. We get so caught up in the intricacies of life, and really it's very simple in its essence. So there was one other thing that I wanted to do from this space. Um, my husband Philip and I are co-directors of a nonprofit institute that is devoted to creating a more loving world and a place where each person's unique gifts are honored and nurtured. So I just wanted to share the dream with you because it's something that I think is valuable for just about anyone. Imagine a world where love is the guiding force, where the unique gifts that each individual brings are honored and nurtured, where we're all nurtured in allowing our gifts to blossom, to manifest the joy of living in each moment. Imagine a world where all of nature is also honored, so all may live in harmony and share an increasingly vibrant and beautiful environment. What we imagine we can create, starting in this moment. This vibrant world will come into being as each of us empowers ourselves to live the dream now and share it with others. Playing a part in the creation of this dream is our mission. In this dream, there is no poverty because everyone is nurtured and loved. This love also eliminates the focus on fear and separation as we bridge the divisions created by race, creed, and national borders to coexist together in harmony. The environment synchronously benefits everyone as people all over the world shift their focus to a more holistic approach that creates balance rather than congesting our home planet with chemicals and toxic fumes. Increasing our connections with our wholeness, which we may experience as God, the creator, source, or simply oneness, brings us closer to making this dream a reality. We have an inherent connection with divine order. And as we evolve spiritually, we unite more with our inner wisdom, which in turn strengthens our connection with all that is. This evolutionary quest is an upward spiral, taking us to higher levels of consciousness and wholeness. And for me, when I realized that with love, that simple, just that simple one thing, it can solve all of our problems. That's what I feel. And I hope just wherever you are with this, that you can find a value in it for you too. So with this in mind, it's time to shift your focus now back to present time and feel yourself where you are in this moment, making note of your body's position. And as you continue to breathe, you can inhale more active energy as you return to your normal waking state, feeling alert and alive. As you prepare to move on to other activities, just make sure you're grounded with your feet firmly on the floor. And also, most importantly, realize you can carry this loving energy with you everywhere, all the time, by pausing and breathing more love into your heart. To me, that final point is really important because in the long term, soulfulness, you could call a soulful state, is a state you can reaffirm throughout the day just by focusing on the love in your heart and take yourself to a place where you can solve problems that may have stymied you for who knows how long. In many cases, we found it can resolve issues that people have had for years. And it's so interesting. We have so much more power and wisdom than we know, are much more than we recognize ourselves to be. And so I guess to me, that's the final message is just to love yourself as the beautiful spiritual being you are and to appreciate the unique gifts that you have. You came for a reason. You're here for a reason.
Jane, that was fabulous. Thank you so
Uh,
much.
oh,
You,
you're welcome.
I
Thank
was
you for the opportunity.
of course, I was taking notes while you were talking, and when you said the truth lies within your own heart, really powerful. So thank you so much. And I want to take this opportunity to tell folks about a day of transformation, which is March 22nd. Jane and Phil are both going to be participating with us. It's 13 hours of back-to-back transformational sessions. We're so excited you're going to be there. And it is called Transformation, Embrace Your Divine Magnificence. And you
Mm.
laid the groundwork beautifully there for that conversation we'll be having that day.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot. It is, it's so interesting to think that all the limitation that we believe in is really the illusion. And the truth is a completely different thing. It's just this simple fact that we're wonderful spiritual beings who are here for a reason with special gifts to offer.
Right. And speaking of special gifts, individual gifts, tell us a little bit about the work that you and Phil are doing and how do people follow you and learn more about your work?
Well, we have a website we started in 1998 or something like that, quite a while ago. And it's a large website with it has many different parts to it. But I was thinking for people here, the most reasonable place to start might be we have a page for What is Awakenings Institute, where we talk about the dream and kind of give an overview of everything we do and why we do it. And that link is at gettingthrough.org, which is getting THRU. People also want to do OUGH, gettingthrough.org/awakenings. And another thing you'll find there is we have a free offering there for some tips for creating more love and happiness. Because to me, the foundation of my day is being in a state where I'm feeling good and I'm experiencing a sense of love in my heart, because that's my best place to be. And that it's interesting because when you're there too, you feel good. You
Right.
appreciate things. You're resourceful, and it's simple. You get into that. Yes, it's easier than I thought kind of a state.
Right. And I think the decisions that you make are different when they're coming
Right.
from your heart
Exactly.
space,
Yeah.
your head space.
Yeah. And for coaching, that's one of our main messages is you want to be in your most resourceful state when you're making decisions. You don't want to be kind of, well, Philip did another process. We have mud to mountaintop. A lot of people are wallowing around in the mud, competition and fear and separation and difficulty, when you can be on this lofty mountaintop and experience the beauty of the world, that panoramic 360-degree view. And that's what it is when you're connected with the heart too. And you can even imagine yourself going up to a more lofty place, because just the image of rising up elevates your state. And also the idea of an expansive view expands your mind in the moment. So there's some real simple things you can do to be in that resourceful place.
This is great. Jane, I know folks are going to want to reach out and learn more about the work that you all are doing. So thank you so very much for sharing your morning with us. And we're really looking forward to working with you on March 22nd for our Day of
Yes,
Transformation.
me too. And of course, I so much appreciate the connection with you because we're here for the same reason.
Right.
And so many people who are connected with you have pieces of it. You know, we have our pieces of it, and so many others do too. That's to me what it's all about, is that sense of connectedness. So
Exactly.
so thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And all of our friends listening in with us, thank you so much for being here with us today. We love you and God bless.
Bye bye.